Got to go to the game, baby. Hey, Jack. Go order a drink. Oh, a drink? No. Here's one. You like a beer, right? Yeah, we're good. I want a beer. Hey, here's another pitch. I'll pay for that. So you can get a beer. Shit, Say what?
All right, welcome to public service announcement. Yeah, they can hear me. Can you hear us, Randy? Can you hear us, Randy? Yeah.
I ordered some beer. No worries.
All right, let's test. Go ahead and test the mics.
Testing. 1, 2. How you do? Do you like how I sound?
Randy, shake your head if you hear us.
Can you hear me? You good?
Testicles. That is all.
That is all. Testicles. Uno, dos, tres. Yeah. Holla. Damn, was it JC, right?
Huh?
JC, right?
JC?
Is it JC?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna get us that picture. You drink Michelob though, right? It's on sale.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
Beer.
That's fine.
My favorite kind of beer is, free.
Got you. It's on me, homie. Let me holler.
Are we live?
Holla.
We're live? Oh!
We live. Look like a professional around this moment. Let me turn this off.
All right, so we were doing we didn't have a chance to actually properly test everything, and this thing's kind of in my face. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the WrestleMania pre-show presented to you by the Geeks Five Ever podcast, also the Fusion Haaa podcast.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, that's right. Today's podcast is sponsored by Comic Palooza. That's right, the biggest Comic-Con in Houston is returning to the George R. Brown Convention Center May 24th through the 26th. You go to comicpalooza.com right now and secure your passes, because the one, the only, the 16-time heavyweight champion of the world, you can't see him, but you can definitely hear him, and he is the star of the new movie on Amazon, Ricky Stanicki, the one, the only, John Cena will be there. Sunday only.
Hey, y'all want to hear something too, man? That's my birthday too when he's showing
That's
up.
right,
That's
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Sunday.
That's my birthday. That's my birthday.
Joining me is my co-host. He's the man with the plan, the Ayatollah of rock and roll. He runs the skinny. He is the Texas gaming hedgehog, and he will smash his way into your hearts and into your ears. The one, the only, Keyblade Sonic.
If you're ready for WrestleMania, can we get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
There we go.
You know
That's
it.
right.
It feels good to be here. Good to see you guys again. The time of the year, it's that time.
That's
Christmas time.
That's right. That's right. And joining us, they are the iconic duo, the tag team of the year. They are presenters at Comic Palooza, just like us. They are the fusion that never loses. The ones, the only, the Fusion Haaa podcast, Chad and Jeremy.
Yo.
Please put the ones up.
Boom.
Yo.
Boom.
Hey, baby, can you owe me some beer? I know online.
I'm about to yeet him over that barricade. I'm about to... That's right. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
This is an interesting setup.
It is. You're so far.
The tables are definitely much wider than I thought they were going to be.
Right.
So, next year, we'll
Don't worry about it.
We'll be ready for next year.
Learning.
That's right,
bro. We're learning.
WrestleMania 41, that's our year.
There it is, right?
That's right. So we're here. So also, before we continue, this podcast is also brought to you by BotCon. We have some passes to give away. We might give away 2 this weekend. We'll see how that goes out. Shout out to our boys, the Ravens flock. I don't know if they're watching. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out, though.
Shout out to Delta H-Con.
Shout out again.
That's all WrestleMania. We take over. It's not G5Econ, but it's...
NXT doesn't use TakeOver anymore, so we're taking it.
Yeah, we're taking TakeOver from
I ain't mad
NXT.
at that.
We have a big weekend this year, guys. WrestleMania's nights 1 and 2. WrestleMania 40 tonight, the biggest main event in WrestleMania history.
Yep.
Live from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It is cold and breezy out there, so anybody out there who knows somebody there, tell them hopefully they have layers, hopefully they're good.
That's right, cold and breezy.
It's cold outside, but inside that ring is going to be really hot.
That's right.
Man. Warm
That's right. That's
gonna be
right.
hot. Look what
Let's
happened
talk about Night 1 WrestleMania. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The main event. It's one of the biggest WrestleMania main events in the history of WrestleMania. You have The Rock and Roman Reigns tag teaming against Cody Rhodes and Seth Franklin Rollins. For those of you that know, you know, Jim Cornette, Seth Franklin Rollins. There we go.
Ooh, that's gonna be hot, man. The biggest tag team match ever seen in a WrestleMania.
That could change. That could be like it's such an important match going into tomorrow because what happens tonight will affect how tomorrow's gonna run. Not
That's
just
true.
for that match, but like other matches going in tomorrow. So
It's going to be the Bloodline versus the Renaissance.
The Renaissance
I heard they're calling this the Renaissance era now, so hey, I'm calling it the Renaissance, man. So what you guys have on here?
What's up?
you're sorry.
I'm so sorry, guys. Mike's been off the whole time. It's not a.
You know what they say? Anything can happen on live. Anything can happen live. All right.
That's right.
So he's asking the predictions. Who do you go for and why?
No, first, before we talk about who's going to win, let's talk about the actual main event itself, because think about the main event. When was the last time we had a main event at WrestleMania this big?
We haven't. This main event is going to be special. One, because we have The Rock, who's coming back after how long has it been?
The last
10 years,
It's
10,
been
11
10 years.
years.
It's been 8 years, I
Not
think.
counting 2016 because that 8
Oh, we don't
second
count
thing.
it.
Yeah, we don't
That's
count.
six-
Okay, so
the 6
it's
second
been
match,
12
don't
years.
count that,
12 years since The Rock competed.
Is Mike?
Oh, so you have this.
Oh, turn it on.
I got you. So we have this tag team with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes who've beaten the crap out of each other for a couple matches, but now they're teaming up to go against The Rock and Roman. And you got to think about it too. They're both going to be co-main eventing night 1 and night 2 because Seth had the match and Cody had the match on night 2. So I don't know how they're going to pull this off because I'd be exhausted.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I will say this. I think this is the biggest WrestleMania main event since the last time The Rock main event at WrestleMania. Let's go back to, let's forget about 29. Let's go back to 28. The once in a lifetime match. John Cena and The Rock.
Right.
They hyped that match up for a year.
Yeah.
Everyone was looking forward to it.
True.
Everybody was waiting to see what would happen.
True.
So, and then before that, let's think about what was the big main event before that. It failed as a match, but Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 20 was definitely one of those dream matches.
Oh.
Now that's a dream match.
A dream match that turned into a horrible nightmare.
And before that, it was The Rock and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18.
18.
Icon versus Icon.
And then the year before, which was Rock and Austin at the Astrodome.
Yo!
Yeah! Like what, like 20, 15 minutes from here?
We actually. One's out because somebody's got the.
Someone's got the We the One
Hey,
shirt.
I see you. We see you. I see you. Put him up. Put him up. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you going for
do
Jimmy
it.
or Jay?
Jimmy or Jay?
Jimmy or Jay?
Jay.
Yeet. Let's talk okay, because there's a reason why I bring up past WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
There's something that people have been talking about. WWE is hot.
Oh,
It is
God.
getting up there in popularity.
Yep.
I haven't seen this much hype for WrestleMania in a long time.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think people are saying it's thanks to The Rock, thanks to the Great One, thanks to the People's Champion, thanks to the final boss? I don't agree.
I don't either.
Oh. And why is that?
Because WWE was already getting hot before.
course.
Yeah.
But now it got sprinkles. Come on, man. You got to admit that. Now we got sprinkles on the cake.
It's like
cherry on top.
Yeah, it's like, exactly. So the best way I could describe it is, it was already hot, and The Rock became that extra
Yeah.
boost in a way where it actually makes more mainstream people. There's people I know who was like, there's
about
someone
to
I
say
knew
that.
who a few weeks ago were telling me, hey, why do people don't like Dwayne Johnson? They said he took his match away, and then me having to explain, I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool, and they get interested, and it's so surreal because a few days ago on ESPN, Cody Rhodes mentioned there's going to be someone who's going to be watching the WrestleMania for the very first time, their first version of wrestling.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that could you're starting to gain a bit more fans, and it's like that's what's so interesting about this year's WrestleMania, and this, like you said, this is the most hype I've ever been for a WrestleMania. Last year they did a pretty good job, but this year they kind of like leveled it up to a point where it's like anybody who isn't a wrestling fan is understanding, like, okay, that's what's going on. All right, well, okay, maybe I'll be interested if they'll pique their interest.
Yeah.
So we're talking about so let's go ahead and get our predictions out there. Since Sonic wanted to, let's get our predictions and give our explanations as to why.
Okay.
Some of us don't like The Rock, some of us do like The Rock. But Sonic, starting with you, does the Bloodline win tonight? And we have Bloodline rules tomorrow. Or does Cody walk out both nights?
Okay.
As the winner.
So here's the way I see it. So not just Cody, also Rollins has a match tomorrow. He has to defend the world title. So the way I would do it is I predict that the Bloodline is winning tonight, and it will be Bloodline rules tomorrow. And someone made this comparison, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, you know what it is. Tonight could potentially be their version of Infinity War, and night 2 is Endgame.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In a way, I feel like this is how big it's going to be.
Right.
And also considering it's the 40 years of WrestleMania, and WrestleMania can sometimes have a bunch of surprises. You don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
So the way I would see it is how it would go down. I could see The Rock gaining the victory for the Bloodline tonight. He pins Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
And Cody going into the match tomorrow, he has a lot of pressure on him. He's like, I already lost once. But now he has Bloodline rules. So if anything, I think Cody is smart. I think he should have a plan in case anything like this happens. Because lately, if you notice, the Bloodline has been getting they've been really prepared for the Bloodline for a lot. They're like, okay, we're gonna do, okay, we know they're gonna come, so we got an idea. So I could see that happening. So hopefully they got a plan. I'm sure, like I said, the Bloodline will reign supreme tonight. Tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen about tomorrow.
Yeah, that's an interesting. We were talking about it earlier today because we talked about. I was talking to it about with my brother,
right?
And we were talking about comicbook.com did an interview with AJ Styles, and they asked him, if you could book an Avengers Endgame style ending with the Bloodline, who would you have appear from wrestling's present and past? And one of the people he said was Eddie Guerrero. So,
Eddie, that's interesting. Oh, elaborate.
If you could bring anyone back,
Past or
from
present.
the present or past, who would you bring back? Anybody. It doesn't. He's not limiting to just one person.
Yeah.
But who? Like the first name he mentioned was Eddie. So here's the thing.
That's cool.
I feel like they're going somewhere with this.
Okay.
I feel like there might be an Avengers style in-game ending, and it's windy here.
Yeah, give us a win. We're not in the windy city. We're in Houston.
That's right.
Yeah, we're not in Chicago.
All day.
That's right. It's not freezing here. It's ball sack sweating hot.
No kidding.
But here's the thing. I think The Rock needs to win tonight. The Rock has to win. He has an ego right now. He's the final boss. He's the villain. We're going back to Hollywood Rock.
I'm glad they brought that theme back, by the way. I love that theme.
Right. So we got Hollywood Rock right now. The Rock's ego will not allow him to lose.
Of course not.
There was no stipulation added to where Solo Sikoa couldn't get involved. Our Jimmy, the new family member of the Bloodline that's joining WWE. I forgot his name.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, they're saying Jacob. Yeah.
Dude,
you think Jacob gonna come?
Well, they didn't say anything about him now.
They haven't
He's
said-
technically not a member of the Bloodline.
he was on. No, he is.
Family tree
He was on the family
Well,
tree.
he's on the family tree, but he's not an official member.
I think it's Tamatanga. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not part of the tree. He's not part of the